on a mission for the vision of the pursuit of target zero. Today we focus on divorce. We want zero divorce. We want to downsize the rate of divorce. So nowadays, the rate of divorce is skyrocketing. Why is it like this? This is because most of the marriages that we have today, they are not built on husband and wife, but they are built on partnership. And when partnership doesn't work, the partnership will end. That's how it is. So many people, we call our husbands or our wives. They are not our husbands or our wives. They are our partners. Right? That's how it is today. So let's see. If we look at in the Bible, in Genesis chapter 2, verse 24, it actually says, the man will leave his mother and father and will be united with his wife and will be one. The two shall be one. It's also in New Testament in Ephesians, I think, chapter 5, I think, yes, verse 31. For this reason, a man will leave his wife and mother and be united, will leave his father and mother and be united with his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. So when two become one, they do things together. They are a team. But in most of the marriages today, there is no teamwork. It's just a partner you are having kids with. And you, in that marriage, like, things will be separated. So the wife will say, I own this, this is mine, and this is my money, and this. So, and most of the thing, this is how most of the therapists are advising people, because these therapists, they are basing their advice from studying people who doesn't believe in the Bible or who are not Christians. But if you're a Christian, the definition of husband and wife is the relationship that we have with the Christ and with the relationship between Christ and the church. So, and this is based on the true love. So most of the marriages today are just partnerships. So you have separate bank accounts, then you have a common account, just like a normal partnership in a business. So the person probably you are living with is not actually your wife or even your husband. It's just your partner that you are doing business with, the business of like raising kids or something like that, of just having kids. It's just a partner you had kids with. But when you have a husband or when you have wife, this is you, the two of you will become one, and you will do things together. You will put all your things together. There is no, this is mine. There is no, this is my money. It's our money. It's our things. It's our children. Like, everything is for you together. So even like when we read how husband and wife should be, like, we can just read Ephesians 5, like verse 22, maybe up to 33. So it can actually tell like how wives and husbands should be. So wives, submit to your husband. So verse 22, as to the Lord, for the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church, his body, of which he is the Savior. Now, as the church submits to Christ, so wives should submit to their husband in everything. So this is the same. So if you have a wife will submit to the husband. So the husband should be the leader. It's not like the husband will overrule, like will be like dominant. No, the husband will be the leader. So it means you are the leader, you are the protector, just as what Christ does to us. Like, Christ doesn't forcefully or rule us, or like, Christ lead us, protect us, guide us, you see. So this is the same thing that So a wife should allow the husband to guide them or to lead them and to protect them. So all this kind of thing. So then, husband, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her, to make a holy cleansing her by the washing of with water through the word, and to present her to himself as a radiant church, without stain or wrinkle or any other blemish, but holy and blameless. In the same way, husbands ought to love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. After all, no one ever hated his own body, but he feeds and cares for it, just as Christ does to the church. For we are members of his body. So you see the same thing. So the husband, the real husband, like, they care about their wives. They love their wives as their own body, because you become one. You two have become one. So the way you love your body is the same way you love your wife. So you have to, if you have constantly this ring in your mind, you will never cheat your wife. You will never abuse your wife. You will never mistreat your wife. So you will care about your wife just as you do to yourself, just as you do to your own. But nobody hates you. You will feed your wife. You will take care of her. You will not separate, like, that. Okay, this is my money. You have my money. You need to give me back my money. Like, you do things together. So that is the husband. So for this reason, a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and the two will become one flesh. So the same, like, you become one flesh. How do you hate your flesh? How do you mistreat your flesh? It's impossible. So when you know that you become one flesh, you care about your wife, you want to protect her. This is a profound mystery, and I'm talking about Christ and the church. However, each one of you also must love his wife and as he loves himself, and the wife must respect the husband. So this is the code of the marriage. You see, we need to love our wives as Jesus Christ loved the church, and the wives should respect their husband as the church also submits to Christ. So the wives should accept, or should let their husbands lead them, protect them, direct them, care for them, and so on. And so the husband should just also, like, care and love their wives as themselves. So with this, we can downsize, we can minimize the divorces. Cheers.